Intention's important. That's what I got.
No, I get it. I think we have to, when we talk about actions speaking louder than words, we have to remember when we say that, what do we actually mean by that? I think a lot of people take that surface level and not really think about the emotional maturity that goes into that entire phrase. Um, Actions speak louder than words, but they don't. Words can mean just as much as your actions, because if your actions your actions are words, it's nonverbal communication.
And that's
So
what it's
if
about.
you're right, it's nonverbal communication. So if your nonverbal communication doesn't match with your verbal communication, then there's going to be some clash and there's going to be some arguments. And what I think, in my opinion, has started to happen with everyone now being able to grab a microphone and open their mouth and talk for thousands of people to listen is we have become tone deaf to what true communication is. And I use that phrase because when you speak, you are paying attention to someone's tone. When someone says something nicely to you, you don't say, "Oh, they came sideways." You say, "No, they was nice about it, but I didn't like what they said." So
Mm-hmm.
we forget tone, and that's one of the things about text messages, like you mentioned, that tone. I don't know the tone, so it's left for interpretation, and interpretation can be whatever I'm feeling at the moment.
Right,
Literally
exactly.
at the moment. It leaves too much room for error. And because of that, we have to err on the side of caution when we're using our words. And which is why I think words speak louder than your actions, because when you get reckless with your words, don't nobody care about how nice you are.
Mm.
I don't care I don't care how much you compliment me if your actions are dogging me out, or your actions are embarrassing, or your actions are make me feel belittled or betrayed. Mm-mm,
But
mm-mm.
that's both sides. Like you say, they have to match, because I don't care. It becomes irrelevant if you say all of the right things, but you're putting your hands on somebody.
Period.
But by the same token, you taking somebody out, you hugging them, loving on them, doing for them acts of service, spending quality time, whatever, is irrelevant if you're verbally abusing them.
Exactly.
It all
Exactly.
has to match.
Trust me. That is facts. So I think we have to look at things realistically. And like I said, with all the podcasts that's put out there, with all the people that have microphones and people that are being amplified, we got to be able to mute that mute challenge that y'all like to talk about, that Beyonce did at her concert.
Yeah.
I need y'all to put all that stuff on mute and really think about things before you say it. Think about things before you do them.
Just take thought. Just take thought. And even
Take a
to that
moment.
point, though, what was said, for example, with everybody having a mic, right?
Mm-hmm.
The big issue isn't that everybody has a mic. It's that everybody has a mic to amplify their voice while they're not listening to anybody else. It goes back to what was said with B. Cox and Shaitan in the Men and Vulnerability about listening to respond.
Mm-hmm.
Too
Mm-hmm.
many people are listening to respond, or not listening, just waiting for another moment to interject and say what they want to say. And it doesn't matter if you have 7 people on the couch or on a stage or in a chair. If these 3 men and 4 women or what have you are not listening to each other. I think the best podcasts really are the ones where people are having real conversations like this. There are a couple others that come to mind where you can tell that those people are really taking what's being said and not just waiting their turn to speak or just
Mm-hmm.
loving the sound of their own voice, because that's a lot of what's out here is people just looking for the yes and high five. And
Mm-hmm.
so everybody's it's too many narcissists with microphones.
Ooh, 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 girl, you don't use a big vocabulary word, girl. But even with that, I feel like people starting to take that and do the same thing they did with a whole bunch of other words. Cause,
I mean it by what it the truth
but I
definition.
know what you mean it though. Like I know that's why I was like, ooh, big vocabulary. I got you. You use it great. I'm just saying that's starting to trigger me a little bit because I done seen a lot of that on my feed, and I'm like, what the he double hockey sticks are we doing? What are we talking about? But I just think it's important that in this topic of action speaking louder than words, it might just be my opinion, but like I said, I not think so. I
I don't
think they
think so
have to
either.
match. I just think they have to match. We say this all the time, and I know you've heard different scenarios tonight and how things can be interpreted different ways, taken different ways, responded to different ways. And we have all been guilty of either overly charging someone with their actions or overly charging someone with their words. And I say that because, real quick, I say that because as words being a thing for me in discussion, the two words that I am starting to have extreme distaste for are always and never.
Yeah, we talked about absolutes once.
I am trying my best not to have the sour taste in my mouth when people use those words. Because, in my opinion, I mean, somebody can prove me wrong. When those words are used, a lot of times it's extreme, which then
Mhm.
at that point make it false. So someone doesn't always do something. There have been times where they deviated from that, even if it was just once. The once discounts always. Okay?
Right. It does.
Okay. So we can't. You can't say, "Oh, you never listen." No, I may not agree with 98.9% of what you're saying, but that doesn't mean that I'm not listening. And sometimes I think that's the miscommunication between men and women. As, oh, you're not listening. No, I just don't agree. So in your mind, you interpret that into me not listening. I heard what you said. I understood what you said. I understand your point of view. I just don't agree with you. And vice versa. Because men are guilty of that as well. So, and them saying, no, baby, I heard what you said. I ain't gonna agree, but I heard what you said. So words are what were we told in school? Words are powerful tools.
Mhm.
So we have to be careful when our words don't align with our actions because they
People
have
be ready. People be ready to go to war over certain words. So I'm not even trying to hear that actions speak louder. And if actions speak louder, words are extremely important and loud in their own right because y'all ready to fight somebody depending on what words they use toward you.
y'all ready to discontinue talking to someone because they
Mhm.
called you outside your name. Y'all ready to stone somebody to death because of the words that they used.
Right.
So, you can, in my opinion, mine's Taimi show. Actions do not speak louder than words. They are the same. And that's all I got.
Yeah, they have to match, and that's what I got.
Okay. So on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I know you all have no idea what we've been going through. Come on. Are we going to hear it? We'll say cheers to that. We heard it.
That lets me know what, but we know why that is. Yeah. This is what happens when you graduate in audio quality. But we gonna get y'all on the video next time. That's why I didn't tell
Yes.
y'all come on over to YouTube. Y'all, we upgrading tech, and it's a process. It's a process. Y'all will hear us, and y'all will hear us in crisp audio quality if we can't do anything else for you all as we upgrade. Video is coming. Goal is to have video to y'all in May for our May episodes. Definitely, y'all will see us at this wine out. We have neglected the wine out. Again, we have not had the wine outs because we've been trying to do tech things and life things and things. Y'all bear with us. And for those who have been bearing with us, we appreciate y'all.
We
Truly.
appreciate you. We really do. It's y'all the senior year for multiple, well, the senior year or transitioning year for multiple children is kicking the booty. Okay. So it's life stuff, and where we love you all and definitely want to push out content as much as possible. We have families and real life girl shit, not real hot girl shit, real life girl shit that we have to attend to, because it's what we, it's who we are, it's what matters. So thank you for supporting us through all of the trials and tribulations. Okay, keeping going. Sissy, let us know, are we smashing or passing for your cheers to that wine review?
So this is the Medieval Mead Semi-Sweet Honey Wine from Linganore Wine Cellars. It says, go back in time with medieval mead, recreate the noble honey wines of the Middle Ages, try it with hot cinnamon and cloves in the winter. Best served chilled with ham, salmon, fresh fruits. It is 9% ABV. It is local, sustainable, award winning. So props to them, Linganore Wines. I liked this. This is a smash. I smash it.
Okay.
I smash it. It's sweet. Honestly, to me, I see that they see this as semi-sweet. And I guess if you're gonna say dessert is as sweet as you can go, yes. For my palate, I would consider this a sweet, not a semi. Mm-hmm. But it's definitely it's a smash. And I can actually see it with the cinnamon and cloves in winter. Like, I still have not done a mulled wine, which is all that stuff they do in the in the winter and the holiday season.
Yeah.
I want to try one, and I think I would use this with cinnamon and, as they say, I'm not a cloves fan, but I would try it. Like, if I do my mulled wine with the cinnamon and stuff, I would try it with this. I know that's usually, I think, red. I would make it white. I don't know if I would do this with fresh fruit, but I could see ham and salmon.
Yeah, when I heard that, I was like, okay, with the honey, I get it.
Yeah, I know people like maybe apples, because I know honey and apples are a thing.
Yeah.
So that kind of fruit. But yeah, this was I smash. It's not a heavy smash, like I smash, but like I could smash.
You won't Hulk smash it, but
I'm not gonna Hulk smash, but I smash.
Okay. You're Iron Man smash.
Is that less than a Hulk? I guess that is less than a Hulk. Yeah, I'd Iron Man smash. I would Batmobile through a wall smash this, but I'm not like the whole building's not coming down. Just like that part of the wall. Like, I'm not smashing through like the beams and the support beams. I'm just coming through the wall.
You're not Superman in it.
I'm not Superman. I'm not gonna Superman that hoe. No.
Okay, y'all, we can get up out of here because clearly it's time for us to go to sleep. That's what it's saying. Good night. Hang this up. Y'all play too much. But thank you all for joining us on another episode of A Little Something, the number 2. Wine About with your hostesses, Ty Amy Michelle
and Siobhan Camille.
Be sure to join us each and every Wednesday at 12 noon for more laughs, more fun, and of course, more wines. And join us the last Saturdays, typically, of the month for our wine out wine tasting, where we taste the wines for the full month and answer a wonderful plethora of randomness out of our handy dandy bowl. So grab your glasses on the last Saturday at 3 p.m. ish,
Yeah.
right here on YouTube or IG. And you can follow us on Instagram at ALS, the number two, WA. And remember, as always,
There's nothing wrong with a little wine or
or
lies.
all right, y'all, toodles.